Hey fellow YouTubers, I'd like to show you a video today of my Perception kayak, how I've got it decked out. It's a Perception Striker 11.5, and here it is. Also wanted to show you how I've got some things set up on here. So let's start off with the milk crate. Got a bungee ball. To hold that closed. Got some tackle in there, pliers, extra cord. This is able to be closed with one hand. There you go. Rod holders on the side. Got 4. Schedule 40 PVC, 1.5 inch. Shaped with a torch. I didn't have a heat gun, so I had to use a torch and a beer bottle. Got a little top area here. Put some on-the-go stuff, whatever you're using for the day. These lanyards, I got these at Lowe's, like 99 cents a piece. Just screwed a little hole in here. Zip tied the ring in there. Go around the rod so they don't fall out if you ever do have to or tip over. This Perception kayak was bought at Dick's. It's my first kayak, so it came with the trolley. Came with an anchor trolley to move your anchor fore and aft. It came with a standard 1.5 pound anchor, which I've made an anchor trolley buoy right here. It's just got a bungee ball with 2 snap swivels on the end. I broke the ball off, so now it's just they're like that. Hook that to your anchor trolley, and then drop it over the side when you get the depth you want. Run this around there a couple times. Clips off, no more line will pull out. Just like that. Then if you hook a big fish, just unhook it, throw it in the water. This buoy's going to float. And mark your spot where you were, which is a good idea. And for another anchoring option, you have stakeout poles. I made 2 different versions of this. I'm not sure which one I liked yet. But here's the, these are 8-footers. One is a sturdy stake. That's an 8-foot tomato stake. See here? It's plastic coated steel rod. Just got to go get yourself some 3/4 inch PVC, and that tapers down to a 1/2 inch because a 1/2 inch fits perfect right on there. Just got that screwed in. Put some caps on it. You can shorten this up however you want your handle. You could paint it, do whatever you like. Maybe add some foam on there as a little handle, or even put a pad eye up on there on the top, just to somewhere to tether it off, or tether your kayak off if you didn't run it through your anchor trolley ring or your scupper hole. Here's the other one I made. A lot of guys are making these on YouTube. I've seen it. So this is a similar idea. This is just 3/4 inch PVC, 8-foot piece, 3/4 all around T at the short ends. Probably wondering what those nuts are on the end there. You put your GoPro camera or any other camera on there, so you can have a stakeout pole with your camera mount. And on the end of this, how they make them, so what you're going to do is you get your 8-foot piece of PVC, And then on the end, it's JB Weld. You can put two 4-foot pieces in there. You can join them together with a dowel rod joiner, about halfway, whichever. Then you're going to screw it periodically throughout the shaft, opposite and opposing, so it gives it a little more rigidity. Then leave about 2 inches of the stake, or 2 inches of the dowel rod sticking out the end there. Shape it down to a nice point. Coat that thing with JB Weld. Hang it vertically over time. I used the standard JB Weld, so it took about a day and a half for this thing to cure, but it came out really nice. Other guys are using the JB Weld Quick, which cures in like 15 minutes. Same principle. I think I got a smoother appearance on mine, I think, just because of I used the standard JB Weld. So that'll stake right in the ground. This stuff, if you ever used it before, this stuff's pretty much bulletproof. Alright, some other things are, I got my kayak laid out here. I got a Humminbird Helix 5 fish finder. Right there. Turn that on. Should be on simulator right now. That on simulator. Don't know if you can see that real well. All the screens. Humminbird Helix 5 is a really nice fish finder. Probably a little bit overkill for a kayak, but I like the feature of the down imaging, the standard sonar, and the GPS. Your split screen, that's what I usually view it in. Okay, what powers this thing here? Little battery pack I made. Got the power cords coming out of the back. Go down through the hull here. These wire caps. Pick those up one of the kayak supply stores online. I can't remember which one it was right now. Then it's got the battery box here. I made this battery box. You can pick these boxes up, waterproof box from Walmart. Right there, stand your fish finder battery. It's all waterproof, got some padding in there so it doesn't jiggle around. And this is velcroed to the bottom of the kayak inside of there. You probably see that velcro. This particular kayak, the Perception Striker, is not, the hull is not flat in any way. It's got 3 hulls, relatively stable. I went fishing last weekend and for the first time. It's pretty stable. And that just velcros down inside there. Pretty solid. Then you got another one of those wire caps here. Comes out of the hull for the transducer, goes back in. Transducer arm on a Scotty mount. These Scotty mounts are great. Many different applications you can do to those. This goes up out of the way. Tighten that down. There you go. Traveling or when you're not using it. Got a pool noodle on there just to protect the transducer. Those things are pretty sensitive, so right there. One thing I liked about the Perception kayak is it had 2 seating positions. You can seat low or you can sit high. And it's, like I said, it's wide enough to stand in. Pretty stable. It's got a little more storage here underneath. You have to find an insert for that, for like dry storage. Working on finding that. Got the rod holder, or not a rod holder, excuse me, the paddle holder, which I've now deemed the stakeout pole holder. So that'll stay right there. Then when I get to a spot where I want to fish, just pull that off, stake it down. One project I worked on today, besides the tomato stakeout pole with the tomato stick there is a cart. So again, this is 3/4 inch PVC pipe. You can kind of see that. Now this is going to go under the kayak and then be strapped down with like a ratchet strap or a heavy duty bungee cord, so you can tow it from your boat to the water or from your truck to the water. Rolls really well. My first version actually broke. I used 3/4 inch uprights to go through the scupper holes, and the first bump it hit, it broke. It was actually pretty cold outside, so I think that's why it broke. Overall, I really enjoy this kayak so far. Like I said, I only had it out one time, but I wanted to do a review of it. There's not too many of them out there for the Perception Striker 11.5, which is also the same as the Cayman, the West Marine Cayman 11.5. Same boat, different model, and I guess LL Bean also has one out there that's the same. May range in different colors or whatever. So gross weight's like 65 pounds. Not too bad to carry. Put on top of the vehicle. One other additional thing I added too was these rubber hand grips here. Added those. Got it's kind of cumbersome to lift when you lift it with these. It's much better to lift with these ones here. A couple other things I made. Picked this up at Lowe's. It's a key ring holder. Got all these little tiny S-beaners, S-clips on there. And I picked up some small swaging clamps there. And that's a 150-pound monofilament fishing line. I use that for tying flies to extend bodies on flies, but I thought I could use it to maybe make some lanyards, different lanyards to tether things down. So you make that whatever you want. I think other guys are using maybe weed eater cord. They use the same thing. Clamp that down, weed eater cord. You can make any length you want for a lanyard. So also this Perception, it only came with one Scotty mount, but it was actually over here. So I had to move them, and then when I ordered them online, this one came with a quick release button. So I swapped out the original Scotty with this one for my fish finder. Then I added this one, and I added this one. I don't know how much I use this rod holder because it's kind of far to reach. I don't do much trolling, mostly casting. But these Scotty mounts are excellent. Got the extension arm, also all Scotty. I can keep this upright position. I could take this section out, put it low, but actually this does really good. It extends far out, so I can actually see it from the seated position, which is great. So that it is. There it is. Perception Striker 11.5. Nice little starter boat. Picked that, like I said, picked that up at Dick's. I think it was like $400 on sale. Had to get a paddle, seat. Came with an anchor. Came with one Scotty and one Scotty rod holder. All in all, pretty good package. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I'll keep adding things to it, changing things up. So, thanks for watching, fellow YouTubers. This is my first video. Maybe I'll post some more once we get it out on the water. Thank you. Have a good day.